Hi, it's Charlie again and welcome back to Partick Hill Station. Anyway, today we're going to be looking at a blue Pullman, or in this case a grey Pullman. This one's sitting here on the down track, so it doesn't work very well. In fact, it works very poorly, so we're going to have a look at it and just see what we can do. So it's on there, it's on the track, and it's just like hesitates very badly, shakes and rattles. Sometimes it stops. Maybe has a bit of difficulty with some of the points. It's just not a very good runner at all, and I have a few of these, as you can see in here. So we're going to start working on this one, and I'll take the motor out and we'll have a look. Okay, so here is the loco in question. I've not taken it apart fully, but what I've tried to do is clean the worm gear, clean the armature, and just give it a general clean up around and clean those wheels, and hopefully that'll do it. Okay, so I'm using this Tech 2 Locomotion 1500. I had a couple of problems with this little unit. Seemed to fade in and out. I'm not really sure why. So the power is on. Direction, let's see. Oh, well, there you go. Okay, so can sticks in that point there. Yeah. So that runs perfectly. Now, what I found with many of these, and it might just be my points, but some of these locos, especially the old Triang ones, run better in the other direction, and they don't have a problem getting through the points. So I don't know enough about the points, whether it's straight through from left to right or right to left will determine how well these locomotives run. So I'll just change direction and see how it goes. Just make it nice and slow. So it went through that one no problem. This is the one that seems to be difficult. But look at that, right through, no problem whatsoever. Okay, so we're going to change that direction again, speed it up a bit and see how it does. Runs really smoothly. Comes up to this problem. There you go, so there's the problem. Seems to be a problem entering this particular point from this end and moving in. Yeah, and I'm really not quite sure why that is. So I'm just going to change direction on that again. And we'll put it back up here. absolutely no problem. And that's great because that's the down track and that's the direction that the locomotives will be going. So I just crawled through there. So once again, you can give it a general clean up. The armature, the worm gear, the brushes, you know, they were all done. And although I didn't take this area apart, I just didn't want to get into that with magnets in case I run into a problem. And cleaned the wheels, but then in the process of cleaning the wheels, you know, I noticed that the little pickup here wasn't making a good enough connection with those wheels, and sometimes it would just come away, and that would cause the stuttering that you saw earlier. And in fact, it was worse than what you saw. So as you see, it goes around absolutely no problem. Now, another thing I considered was replacing the wheels, but they don't seem to be a problem in this particular case. So maybe I've solved that. I'll let it just crawl away there. So that's very rewarding when you can take one of these 40, 50, 60-year-old locos that don't work and clean them up, give them a good service as best you can, and spend a little time trying to analyse why they don't work, and you can come up with a solution. And this one's been solved, so that's great. I'm very, very happy about that. And just before I go, I'll just give you an update on the Phoenix, or sorry, the Aurora. Some days it will work no problem as it did. Oh, here we go. So here's a perfect example of it working or not working. And this is a frustrating thing about it. And you know, I gave it a very good service, and I placed all the bits and pieces, with the exception of the magnets, into lighter fluid, and I got it running. But once again, it's failing to proceed, which is very frustrating. The other thing is that the rear end of that is pretty light and it bobs around a little bit. So as you can see, you're not getting any luck with this at this point. And I can only suspect that once again the copper pickups from the Spider are just out of alignment with the wheels. And that seems to be a common problem with all these old locos. Anyway, so once again, that's the blue Pullman, grey Pullman motor. Had a service, and it runs great, and I'm very happy with that. And we'll just close off here with it. So there you go. Just pull out those old Triangs, clean them up, give them a service, and get them back on the track. No problem. It's very rewarding. Anyway, bye for now. We'll see you next time.